Hello, my name is AJ Alfaro. I'm one of the coaches at MaleEnhancementCoach.com. I'm also a regular participant and administrator over at PEGym.com. I go by the nickname Big Al over there. At PEGym.com, we regularly submit question and answer articles. We're going to be doing a video series where we expand on some of the answers there. One of the first questions and answers for today is, will daily ejaculation stunt growth? Well, if you want to become proficient at handling yourself in a sexual scenario, the process of ejaculation itself needs to be mastered. We normally recommend establishing a baseline of ejaculating 3 to 4 times a week. This is something you're going to need to test out over time, but it's a good general starting point. You're not going to put a limit on your number of your ejaculations that you're going to have during sexual intercourse, where you're going to need to allow for the difference in sexual activity and stamina training. If you're very sexually active, then you're probably going to require extra rest between your training days, since sexual activity itself can also be considered a form of training. Another one of the questions is about the stop and start, which is also known as edging. If I do it with an erection of about 16 centimeters to 16.7 centimeters, always assuming my max length is 17.2 centimeters, I can last more than 20 minutes. If sometime during this I hit 17 centimeters or close to my full erection, I can't last even for a couple of seconds and I have to relax. Well, the answer to that is it usually makes sense, since the more aroused you are, the more erect your penis is going to be. You need to remember that the goal of the stop and start exercise is to prime you for sexual activity. So the goal is going to be harder erections and more stamina. Stamina and hardness combined is also known as EQ, or erection quality. The stop and start's a really good exercise because it focuses on 4 main aspects of sexual function. We have stamina and hardness, which, as we discussed before, accounts for EQ. Ejaculatory control, which is somewhat involved with stamina, although it's very possible to get good at the manual stop and start and have difficulties with sexual contact. And that's one of the reasons why we recommend, if you can perform the stop and start exercise during sexual contact, that's probably the best case scenario. One of the advantages that manual edging has is it allows you to develop your powers of emotional visualization. Essentially what this is if you're in a scenario where you normally feel anxious or distracted or frustrated, it's something that you don't have to worry about as much during manual training. The pressure is going to be off. So when you are performing your edging exercise, you want to attempt to visualize yourself performing with full confidence. You want that feeling of being unencumbered. And over time, you're going to condition yourself so that way you can transfer those abilities over to live sexual contact. The third question is, I'm not experiencing any negative side effects after my routine. I do turtle when I'm in the gym working out or exercise. Will this change over time? I've always hated that. You need to know that that's a very popular reaction. If you're engaging in heavy cardiovascular activity, the turtling response is going to be normal. There's nothing wrong with you if that happens. If you have a large fat pad, that can give you the impression that you're turtling, even under normal scenarios. So you're going to want to make sure to attempt to get your body fat down to an acceptable level so that it doesn't happen. The activities that are often involved in reducing fat are also conducive to promoting good EQ. So that's a benefit of performing cardiovascular activities as well. Apart from that, light stretching and jelqing performed a few times a day, not enough to impact your total training and recovery, but just enough to get you out of that turtle state can be very helpful. I hope you've enjoyed these questions and answers, and we look forward to making a lot more of these in the future. Thank you.